Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. It is Saturday morning. I'm at home in my home office and I just woke up maybe about an hour ago. I've got a cup of coffee from the cup that I got from Mexico. Love it. And I want to talk about hope today. Hello. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for joining me. Now, I've been chatting with a lot of people either through Messenger or in other ways. And a lot of my friends are going through difficult times. And we all, all of us, we all go through difficult times, right? I hope you can hear me okay. Can you hear me okay? Because I don't talk loud usually. Can you type yes in the chat box if you can hear me fine, please? So a lot of my friends are going through a difficult time, either because there's not enough work for them. Some of them live in countries that think, hi, Anna. Hello, Anna. Some of my friends live in countries where there's hardly any work. Some of my friends work online as teachers, as English teachers as a foreign language. And, there's not a lot of work. So I want to talk about hope. And one of the ways that we get back in our groove is by tapping into that hope, reaching really deep into that hope. And we do that in different ways, right? I have some friends that are fairly religious and believe in God, and they will pray to their God to give them hope. Now, one of the things that I'm going to do today, one of the ways that sometimes I use to tap into hope is by, and this is going to be different, guys, I'm doing something that's completely different, is by reading cards, oracle cards. So I'm going to be choosing from three different decks. I'm going to be choosing from, and I know you won't be able to see this, but I'm going to be choosing from John Holland's The Psychic Tarot card. You can't really see that, but I'm going to be choosing from him. And I'm also going to be choosing from another set that I love, which is the Life Purpose cards. And then I'm going to choose from Life Loves You. And, I am not a medium. I don't have psychic powers, guys. I'm your back in the groove again coach. And when I need some inspiration, when I need hope, I will uh, sit down in a quiet area and pull out some cards. So that's what I'm going to do. And so these cards aren't for me. They're for you. They're for whoever. Good morning, Superior Seven. Good morning. How are you this morning? Thank you for joining me this morning. So I'm doing something different today. I'm pulling cards, and from the first deck is the Psychic Tarot card. Like I mentioned, I'm not a psychic, but I do this once in a while to pull hope. So I'm going to be, I'm going to be using these cards, and I'm going to be just thinking about you who needs hope, whoever is out there who needs hope. Hang in there. Okay, and I'm going to just pull a card. So this card here, oh, this is cool. Check this out. You might not see this, but this is the transformation card. Transformation card. Isn't that kind of cool? So now I'm going to read from the book Transformation. All right, here we go. Ah, a time of endings is close at hand. Don't resist the abrupt changes that are suddenly happening in your life. These could be taking place in your personal life, relationships, business, or career. And I'm a career coach, so you have the strength, as the transformation card asks you to have courage and to know that renewal follows every conclusion. This card comes forth to remind you that the death of an old way of thinking and believing must occur before you can move forward on your new path. Transformation is all about the ebb and flow of life cycles. Nothing in this life remains motionless. Everything is on its way to somewhere. Accept the changes, and opportunity will come to expand you in more ways than you could ever imagined. There's just another paragraph. You can't live in the past. It's time to move on. In order to take the next positive step, you should look closely at your own life and ask yourself, are there loose ends that need to be tied up? Are there people in my life whom I need to express myself to? What needs to be completed so that I can have a fresh start? When you do so, you'll have a stronger, more reinforced foundation to carry you through the new beginnings that await you. Wow. Okay, guys. So that was the first card that I pulled from the Psychic Tarot Oracle card by John Holland, the Transformation card. When I was reading this, what did it mean to you? What spoke out to you? I'm just going to wait here to hear from a few of your comments. Superior says, very well said. Interesting, isn't it? All right, I'm just going to wait a few more minutes to see if there's any other comments from this particular reading. Now, my name is Linda. I'm your Back in the Groove Again coach. And one of the ways that we get in our groove is by tapping into hope. And, people do that in different ways. I will, to be honest with you, I will pray to a higher being when I'm really down and out. I really will. And I'll also thank that higher being when I've got some good stuff going on. And I've been thanking him or her recently. And other people will use cards, and I do that once in a while too. So I'm going to now look at the Life Purpose deck. This is a deck from Doreen Virtue. I'm just going to show you what it looks like again. You can't really see it because of my green screen, but this is what it looks like. And I'm going to pull out now a Life Purpose card for you. Isn't this fun? I'm just getting them out of the deck, and I'm just going to there. I'm just going to move them around a little bit. How are you doing? Give me a shout out. I'm trying to bring a little bit of excitement here. Who is watching me, and where are you from? Where are you from, Superior 7? Where do you live? Oh, I think Superior 7 might be gone. So where are you watching me from? I know there's two people that's watching me on my profile right now, my Facebook profile, because I'm broadcasting on Facebook and on my Back in the Groove Again YouTube channel. All right. So I'm just going to go in silence for a bit because I do like to kind of connect to my intuition. And this is for all the people that need hope out there. This is from the Life Purpose cards. Okay. All right. Here we go. I'm just going to choose a card from here. All right. And the card that I pull is Justice. And I'm just going to, I'm from Romania. Thank you. Wow, you're really far. I live near Ottawa, Canada. Thank you, Superior 7. All right, so this is the Justice card. This is what it looks like, and I know you can't really see it, but I'm going to read it. It says, your career brings fairness and protection to others who need your help. So I'm going to read that from this Justice. Justice. All right, here we go. This card signifies that your soul's purpose involves protecting others from unfairness. You'd find satisfaction in careers involving mediation, law, political science, city planning, security. So anything that involves protecting others from unfairness. Oh, great. Thank you, Superior 7. I'm just going to keep reading. It's almost, oh, there's a couple more paragraphs. You may even blend spiritual aspects into your career, such as healing work combined with conflict resolution. And I'm going to share that in a second, Anna. Such as healing work combined with conflict resolution, for example. You have natural leadership and delegation skills, and others look to you for direction and guidance. You honor and respect the responsibility accorded to you, and you're highly respected as a result. The angel asks that you continue to trust your heart's guidance as your career evolves and changes. Heaven knows where you're most needed and will help you with divine assignments that can put your skills to the highest and best use. So this requires that you have a belief in some sort, in a higher power of some sort. And it was great. So justice, and I'm going to share what Anna shared, and I'm going to read it out loud too, if that's okay with you, Anna. Anna says, funny that you're talking about hope, transformation, and leaving the past behind. Sometimes life itself shows us that. So true. Today I woke up with the notice that my boyfriend, my first love, passed away. Wow, yeah. My world will never be the same. I'm so sorry to hear about that. And you know what, Anna, I don't know if I've ever shared this with you, but I was married a few times. I was married 3 times. My first husband, when I was 21, died after 2 months of us being married. So it's not exactly the same thing as you, but a death with a loved one of some sort, whether it was a past love or a current love, affects us and changes our life. Changes our life. So thank you for sharing that. I really appreciate that, Anna. So now I've read 2 cards. Now, why am I doing this? I don't normally read cards or share them, with the public, but it's because I've been talking to a few friends lately, and they've lost hope. They either don't have food, or they can't find work, and it's challenging. And when we've all been in these situations, and we all use different ways to tap into that hope. And one of the ways that I do that once in a while is by looking at cards, and I usually do that on my own. I might have done it, I think, a couple of times with other people, but I'm now going to. And I'm not a medium. I'm a career coach, guys. I'm a career coach and a life coach. And sometimes it's kind of fun to look at these cards. And one of the reasons that eventually got into cards is, this is a shout out to my friend Carmen. Carmen and I went to high school together. So went to high school and grew apart because we lived in different cities, and then came back together. And every time I would go to her place on a Saturday morning or a Sunday morning over a cup of coffee, because I like coffee, she drinks coffee, she would always get her cards out. And I wasn't into it at the time, but she was into it, and that was her way of giving us hope, or her way of telling us, listen, um, these what seems to be tools, objects, are there to bring meaning sometimes in our life. Yes, I am a life coach. You're right, Superior. I am a life coach. And you know what? Life coaches do everything, right? We help clients with all the areas of their lives. And to be honest with you, thank you for sharing that, in all areas of their lives. And for years, I also was a career consultant, which is why I'm also offering my services as a career coach. But I also was a relationship coach too. I took some relationship coaching, which is part of life, right? So you're right, Superior 7. Life coaching can coach on all the different aspects of our lives. Thank you for bringing that up. So the last deck, are you ready for the last deck? I love this deck. Now you're welcome. This deck isn't so much a tarot card deck, but I love it because it's from Louise Hay and Robert Holden, and it's called Life Loves You card. And basically, it's a set of cards with positive affirmations. So I'm just going to not shake them, not stir them. I'm going to shuffle them. There you go for my English. And I also teach English as a foreign language. And by the way, even when you are native English speaker, you sometimes forget words. And I'm sure that Anna, you're from Portugal and you speak Portuguese, and I know you teach that as well. That it's very common for all of us in our own language to forget words. So it finally came to me. All right, I'm taking my time here to choose the right card to shuffle these cards. And I'm going to choose a card. This is a positive affirmation. All right, this is a positive affirmation for today. It says, isn't that cool? It says, we can't see that. Love is my teacher. Isn't that the best thing? Love is my teacher. And it says, think of someone you care for deeply. Ask love to show you how to make your relationship sweeter and more loving. Love is your teacher. Love is your teacher. And I often use love to kind of make a shift. For example, when you're afraid of something, afraid of change, and any change, you know, afraid of COVID, because we're all going through this right now, afraid of something. I always say, I know it's pretty crazy, isn't it? It's pretty crazy. So I always suggest to my clients to give that fear some love. Give that fear some love. Love that fear, which means tapping into that fear, whatever that fear is, and giving it love. And one way that we can give love to is by thinking of something we love to death. And that could be a child, could be our pet, could be an object, but something we love to death. And when we notice that love, I want you to try it with me now. If you're open to that, close your eyes and think of something you love. All right. I invite you to close your eyes and think of something you love. And notice what's happening inside you when you're thinking of that love. Okay. Just notice it. You might notice some warmth, maybe around the heart. You might notice some tingles. You're going to notice something. So when I invite my clients to tap into this love and give love to fear, the fear kind of diminishes. Now, it doesn't always go away 100%, but it kind of doesn't have that much power over us anymore. So give love to fear. And love, this last card was love is my teacher. And I'm going to share with Superior Seven says, is love also? It is. It's a foundation of life. Think about it. And I'm going to share this too with you is that many years ago, many years ago now, I did not, and this is kind of going into the a little bit of personal stuff, but it's okay. I'm an open book. Years ago, I did not know the difference between love and sex. I confused both. I really did for the longest time. And it got me into relationships that weren't always the best for me. Long story short, I went through some counseling, and the life coaching courses and certificates really helped me to know about self-love. Self-love. And when I was working with single people or recently divorced people, we often talked about, and I often talk about, the importance of loving yourself first. Loving yourself first before you get out there and get into another relationship. So important. So this love is my teacher. I'm just going to read it one more time. It says, Think of someone you care for deeply. Remember, I just shared this, closing your eyes and thinking of someone you care for deeply. Ask love to show you how to make your relationship sweeter and more loving. Now, in this card, it's suggesting to thinking of somebody, and it could be somebody that you love that maybe you're having a bit of a conflict with, and you're asking love to show you how to make this relationship sweeter and more loving. And so earlier I talked about fear. How can you make your relationship with fear more sweeter and more loving with love? How's that for powerful stuff? All right. This is Saturday morning, and I wanted to share hope with you. I really do. You know, we all go through ups and downs. We do. And it's not a bad thing to be down. You know, I worked in the mental health field before, and I just want to say that when we are down for too long, that's not healthy. We need to get some help in cases like that. So I'm not talking about that type of down. I'm not talking about a depression down. I'm talking about blues, you know, the blues that affect us sometimes every now and then. That's what I'm talking about. And one of the ways that, I mean, other than tapping into these types of cards and tapping into hope, this is what I'm going to leave you with. One of the ways to get that hope is by writing a gratitude list. And I know I've been talking about that a lot lately. It's by writing a gratitude list. So, one way to get back in your groove and start appreciating what you have, especially when you're feeling down, is by sitting down and closing your eyes and centering yourself, and then start really tapping into those things that you're grateful for. And you'll notice after a while, and this is true, you'll notice after a while that, wow, you start feeling lighter again. You start feeling like you've got hope again because you've had a bountiful life without even really knowing it or appreciating it. All right, that's all I want to say for now. Listen, guys, if you are a woman and you want to get back in your groove, I encourage you to join my Women Who Want to Get Back in Their Groove Facebook group. Lots of great stuff going on there, lots of good sharing. I'm just going to share this. Thank you. I'm grateful to everyone because I learned from everyone. Absolutely. And we do. We need to be open minded because you'd be surprised of when you are open minded, when you're open to listening, when you're open to receiving those messages, we learn from everyone. So true. So true. I will put the link to my Facebook group in the comments section in just a few minutes because I don't have it by heart here. Let me see if I could do a very quick search so I can add it there right now. Any comments or questions about anything that we talked about today? And if you're just reviewing the live now, um, write hashtag replay because it's all good stuff. Today I pulled some cards, really interesting cards. They're always interesting, right? They're always so interesting. So I'm going to be adding the link to my Facebook group, the Back in the Groove. Let me add that link. It's for women who want to get back in their groove. I'm just getting at that link now. Sorry, guys. There we go. Back in the groove again for women. I'm going to copy this and put it in the chat box. There. There you go. All right. And please review this video, share this video. This is about hope. And one of the ways that we can tap into hope Yes, Anna, I know you're a member, and I'm so grateful that you are. What a connection. We go back a long ways, and we've connected through LinkedIn, and we keep this connection going through being, involved in our careers as well. Thank you, Anna. All right, everybody, I'm gonna call it a day. It's still morning over here at 9:28. I live in Ottawa. I'm your back in a groove again, coach, and we will talk to you soon. And I know that um, I can't remember if it was Superior that mentioned that or not. I don't remember, but I'm going to talk about compassion in one of my lives. So stay tuned for that as well. Bye. Bonjour, tout le monde. That's a little bit of French to say have a good day, everybody. Bye now. Thank you. Stay blessed as well. Oh, thanks. Thank you. Bye.